Gage Edwards said.
5 feet to the structure, pool from the street. 5 feet to the. What are you doing? Who would you wait?
Scarlett. Oh. Awesome. Right, 6:30. Scarlett, just let us know when you're ready. Ready? Okay. Good evening, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and bring this meeting to order. Going. This is the Village of Biscayne Park Planning and Design Review Board meeting for Monday, August 18th, 2025. It's 6:30. Do the roll call. Edward Leyva. Here.
Here.
Gruen. Here. Gage Hartung, I'm here, as well as Linda from the Buildings Village. Pablo did send an email saying he was not going to be here. Can I get a motion to excuse? Okay, Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Carries. All right, all those excused. Okay, we'll go to the residents that are here or to the applicants that are here. We'll go in order of the agenda. First will be 5C, 11623 Northeast 11th Place, Highway. Just give us a second. We're going to just pull it up and take a look.
Last time you were
You had your son here, right?
asphalt.
Yeah,
And the-
I wasn't here last time, but our
Your son was here, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we sent it to the architect and we submitted it.
Yeah, if you look at it, it goes out to the street now. And he looks like he's removing the asphalt and putting sod in the right of way.
Second.
David and Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Thanks for working with us. You're good.
Thank you, sir.
All right, 5D, 11705 Northeast 7th Avenue, single family residence. This is, what review is this? Second review? Third review? This is, we're ready to vote, so we're ready to go.
We don't really. Yeah, yeah, better discussion. Really amusing. And. Never been on the agenda. I mean, for the voting agenda. Oh, okay. Wow.
It works now, imagine that. So. This, from the very beginning, didn't really have a whole bunch of bugs. Except for if you guys recall the
It was over here. It was the
barbecue, excuse me, the barbecue.
in the pool.
Correct, pool originally, that's correct. I think you were here that first time.
Yeah.
Where it was all up in the front. So we tucked everything in.
So you got your 30 setbacks all over 10, okay?
Correct, correct. And now the barbecue, which was just on the outside, we've got it underneath the terrace now. So it's all within.
Where are you at in your lot coverage?
We're at 49, I think. Should be here.
Yeah. 49.776.
Yeah.
Be back closer.
So this
So
is,
setbacks are good, lot coverage is good.
Yeah.
I mean, you will have to do some kind of fence or something to protect. You don't have a fence around this
we do.
pool?
no,
Out
no,
in the
but
front?
yeah, this is the fence here.
Okay, so that, I'm gonna tell you right now, is not allowed. The fence out there, because you have a 15-foot setback on side front fences. So. Yeah, so you can bump out 15, but you can't be any closer than 15 to the front. So right now you're at 30, so it would be 15 and 15.
Okay, so we'll just move this back.
And it's under a different permit, but we also, we could note that it's not
Yeah, one of the,
part of this approval, but we don't want you to come back later and say, well, it's on there. on the
No, no, I
master, and
understand,
we're-
'cause
And we're approving it.
you guys asked us to put it in just for reference sake.
Yeah,
For this purpose, so that you can
Exactly.
show you that this, what's gonna work and not work.
And we tried going through the fence specs there at the city, and it was just like, we couldn't even understand. Yeah, last time? Oh, do I remember?
Yeah. Try to find the house and wasn't that.
so, but the second story facing the rear. You have this kind of bump here, you're fine. This. What am I looking at? Is this correct? No, I'm not, actually.
Yeah, that's the rear.
This is the rear. So your setback, you've got the 26 feet right at the setback line, and then your setback. Okay. Yeah,
The overall building height, and all that. I think it was fine from the last time, but
Yeah, I haven't changed it. It's 25.4.
but what is your base flood here? Because
It's I don't know why the survey, this survey didn't have it.
this,
Let me see.
because right now your zero line is like halfway up your garage here. I don't know, have you seen this?
Yeah.
Like, where's that front door at?
Oh, no, but you see, here, Gage, this line drops down.
Oh, okay,
Why
oh,
they-
okay,
Why they put it up there, I don't know, but it drops back down. You can see
okay,
it better here.
okay,
Dropping down.
okay.
Now, what is that represent NGV wise? That's a different question.
9.2. I think is what this says.
Just says and
Yeah, this elevation certificate says. Top of bottom floor, 7.2, top of the next higher floor, 9.2. And we've got the house, I believe, at 9.6.
So we had the right lot coverage, summary table, clarified proposed fence layout, provide the tree survey. And show base flood elevation in your sentence, so you didn't quite get that part yet. Those were the four,
Which was the one that,
uh,
that I said, you said that didn't get?
to show NGVD in your sections and elevations. Because that's how we measure height, so without it, it's hard for us to know what you're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I've got the,
Yeah, so if you're at 9'6", I'm positive that your NGVD is +8, right? So you're 1.5 feet into that with your ground floor, which just means that from that, we'd have to add 1.5 feet. You'd still be under 28. So. Yeah. As his ground floor is at 9'6" instead of +8, which would be where we start measuring from.
So what is the overall?
So assume this is already 1.5 above where we start measuring from. So we'd have to add 1.5 up here, that 25'4", but still be at 26'8".
Okay,
Or 10, whatever it is, but.
is there a column? There's not a column.
I think there's columns.
yeah, those are columns.
So that's and that's a roof structure.
Yes,
Okay, so.
that's the cover too.
So question is, will the fence be dictated from this point or this point for the bump out?
What's the difference?
Well, technically.
Oh, from where you can start to bring it?
Is this
I
considered,
would-
is this
I
considered
would
the
consider
front
it
of the
part
house?
I would take it from here.
Or is this?
I would take it from here. That's really the front, right?
Yes.
So we would be open to that 15 bump out?
With a fence. 15 feet from over here.
Yeah, from, assuming this is the
Yeah.
front corner of your house.
Is there a column there or something? Like, how are you supporting that second story?
Isn't that second story back here?
Yes,
Well,
behind.
that dotted line, I'm assuming that dotted.
That's the
line-
second.
I'm assuming that's the second floor.
On it.
Yes.
Maybe he hasn't done his structural yet.
Oh, no,
And these are little wing walls, right? Or little wing
those are.
overhang,
cantilever.
overhang
Yeah,
eyebrows.
Yeah, the eyebrows. Good.
So
Is the second floor plan?
He's got it. That's also a cantilever overhang of the eyebrow.
I'm assuming that this window and that window line up,
Yes.
so comes to here.
Is that,
So that's
an
an
eyebrow?
that's an
That looks
eye-
like a pad,
that-
right? Cause it's not dashed.
Floor?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Usually it's,
Floor problem.
which is where is this?
for rear elevation.
That's the back. So it's this elevation, right? And this
That's
is
the
the,
rear
so that thing, whatever it is somewhere here.
in the floor.
Yeah,
it's not
so
in
I
there.
think it's, maybe it's an equipment pad or something for,
To be honest, I think it's a typo. I don't think that was supposed to be there.
but it's not an eyebrow, right? Cause this,
No,
this
that's
is the eyebrow.
The
For this
eyebrows are over the
thing,
windows, yeah.
these eyebrows are here, so that's just either a pad on the floor or something. Could be like an AC pad or something.
Another pad here. I guess they were drawing in, read the pads. I know this is a step out.
Yeah, that.
Correct.
So.
Okay. I mean, there's movement on the walls, it's, I mean, it's
Yeah.
everything that we're looking for.
There was a comment about the lot coverage summary table, that's,
So.
but we're, okay. So they broke it down here, okay, so that part got addressed. Just look at the comments, the tree survey is there. It's missing the NGBD, but we can extrapolate from the plan, and so.
okay, and then just this excludes the fence.
That's good by me.
Well, it excludes all of the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Build it.
Second.
David and then Ed, all in favor, say aye. We're good, all right,
Thank you,
Thank-
guys.
thank you.
See you again.
You too.
I've gotta get
Oh.
this one somehow. Keep coming back.
Yeah. Guys, you're only 2 away from free treatment of service.
All right, next will be 6E 1105 Northeast 119th Street driveway. Driver. Yeah, just go up there, please. Yeah, just 1 second. No, please.
You were here a while ago about this driveway.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Now I remember it.
Yeah. and-
Big gravel section.
This is a corner, right?
Correct, it's a corner property. We went.
You have like a lot of units, right? So there was, you you needed,
It's a fourplex.
Circular.
Driveway, and then we did all the calculations and everything pass for,
Yeah,
enough.
I'm just concerned about like, I'm not really clear where you're putting this because
it almost seems like he's just adding to the border.
That's
all
it.
gravel
yeah,
along the front.
correct.
So on that highlighted page where it's just showing the red marker, the border, we need the requirement for gravel. The only problem is that your gravel doesn't meet the spec for what you allow for gravel. It's just like construction rock.
With the picture that I finally sent, I guess the one in the hand, it is definitely, it's mixed, so I didn't, I mean, I have absolutely no problem removing the heavy gravel rocks if that's what I need to do. I have no problem with that.
Quarter inch.
is this technically already done? Is that what it is?
This thing, gravel driveway is.
Yeah, it's been there for, everything was approved, but what happened was with the miscommunication with the codes, at the end, it was about the gravel. And I had sent the information, but the pictures were like, they couldn't see it, and we went back, and then the system got changed. So everything kind of got delayed, so I'm trying to really solve the issue to make sure I can get this done.
Well, what's there now in front? It's not like you didn't get a permit for that recently.
Correct,
how it is.
I never, I was.
Yeah,
told
yeah, that's
it's
just how it is.
Yes,
And now you're just adding the border to meet the requirements for
that's
gravel.
it. And
Because he has that corner, he has all that other frontage that he's still paying the 40%.
Yeah, he's got three sides that are streets, basically. But is the area beyond the red line, is that gravel? So the right of the swale is all gravel? And like the areas that are on an angle, that's concrete?
yeah, there's two areas, there's concrete, it's a strange, drive, I mean,
And the thing that goes around, that's concrete? Okay,
I have a photo, I mean, oh, you can probably have it.
we're just filling in
Just thing the border.
Just, that's it.
Yeah, the only issue is that it's basically. Unfortunately, you picked the biggest pieces to put your hand for the. program.
Yeah, cool.
You picked all the smaller pieces.
I'm like, yeah, because the other ones are actually.
There's an,
quite
yeah,
small.
they're smaller.
I mean, would it be appropriate to say, put another layer of approved rock on top of it? And use the other as a base?
Yeah, which you could just basically, compact this and have like a sub base.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And run compact over light, and that gravel is like sand. that you
Yeah.
kinda Break apart in a harbor.
Yes, I don't know how you do an approval basis,
Fortunately, I think we have to table it for you to bring in a sample of
Of-
gravel, the appropriate gravel. I
Oh,
think what you're asking to do with the border is okay with us.
correct.
It's just the type of gravel that you're applying for is not approved. So we just
Okay.
we would have to just table this or deny it, I guess. Um,
Could I go and grab some of the other gravel and bring it back within?
is it different than what's in the picture?
Yeah, because like you said, I actually I had no idea, and I grabbed like the biggest little chunk of.
Whether it's bigger or biggest or rock, it's still road rock. It's not actual
Yeah,
gravel, is it?
the size is one thing, it's
Yeah.
also the type of gravel that it's not, I couldn't find the gravel section. Give you the specs and what you're allowed.
So I just would go to a company that,
Yeah.
and tell them, please give me whatever many yards I need to. Okay,
Take what's there and compact that, so it's some base, and put surface layer of the food gravel.
okay. My only issue also is that my property is actually about to get sold at the end of the month.
Okay.
So I have absolutely no problem making sure I do this correctly to make everyone happy. Just want to let you know that, I don't want to leave anything open or unfinished.
So wha- would we be open to tabling this, having him sit down with his phone, look at Home Depot's website, find a gravel that's approvable, and then we look at it and approve that gravel?
We'd also do it where we approve pending the chair's approval of gravel selection. like what we've done with other
Like
stuff,
the roof.
of paint colors. I'm fine with, either way, I'm fine with.
I'm just saying, we're gonna be here for an hour.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying he could show it to us. We say, okay, approved, that's approved, and then you upload it to the CAP system, the
Okay.
approved one, but you could have a seat, and if you have a phone, do you have your phone?
Yeah, right here.
Maybe just
Look it up on.
go
the-
on Home Depot, look, or whatever, and look up gravel. And just pick the one that you want, and we can, consider it and approve that material. And that way we can move you forward. You have a timeline,
Okay,
and then we can, you know,
so I can do that right now.
you can just let us know when you're ready, or we'll come back to you when we're done with everyone sitting here.
Look is for the smallest gravel, I assume that's,
We have under accessory structures,
Yeah, I don't think it's the wrong. Oh, it's weird.
I think it's a 1/2 inch to 3/4.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I setting it for it.
Huh? There you go. He knows. 3/8 to 3/4.
Also. Paragraph.
Thank you.
You also keep this back.
We'll come back to you. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll come back to this agenda item 6E. So we'll move on to 6F, 10840 Griffin Boulevard, windows and doors, Beltran.
Hi, good evening. I'm Ingrid Balsa. I'm the contractor for the master permit for an addition approved on the BPR 2323. This is for the sub permit for the windows that are gonna match the existing of the house, same frame, same clear glass, same thickness and everything. I have pictures of the existing windows here if you wanna see it.
Oh, in the back.
Mostly, yes, because it's a garage addition in the front. They just have one window. And everything else is at the cabana in the back.
One in the front is just like that.
Picture window, yes, exactly. Mhm.
What is the color?
It's clear glass and it's a bronze, the frame.
And the other ones on the other side of the house are bronze too? Okay.
Second.
David, or Ed, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carried.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye. Bye.
All right, so we'll go on to the discussion items. 7A, 705 Northeast 120th Street, carport driveway. You have something in our Dropbox to look at?
So it's a discussion item, you're not looking.
discussion
for us to
item.
Vote on it yet? So.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a carport design and then a front yard design. We also have a pool on the rear. But the carport is due to the southeast corner of the lot. We have a radius curvature, which is forcing us to push that carport closer almost to the center of the property. And we'd like to put it on that right-hand side of the property.
What do you have from the post from the column to the property line. About the overhang.
Right now, it's showing 5 feet as how we draw it, have it drawn.
I don't think so. That's 5 feet there, this is that, not 5 feet here.
Can I see what you're looking
Yeah.
at?
This is 5 feet, right? Visually, that's 5 feet on this column, we don't, here's one of the property lines. It's less. Oh, okay, on the bottom, it's right, that's 3 feet, yeah. The top is, it's right, the bottom is. But,
And so we're also pushing it forward because it's kind of forcing us to be a little bit away from the corner.
What, why do you not have a square property? Like what's? Beyond that?
So the street has like a, like a curvature.
Are you in the are you in the cul-de-sac?
Yeah, it's like a cul-de-sac there.
Doesn't the road come towards your house?
It comes towards and then it continues in front of the property.
I think this is I think they have the easement, between their property and the property to you're staring at the house to the right. That's why that property line is like that. There probably is a 5-foot easement that goes between that. It's once, we have these old walking paths that go back from one block to the next.
But it's not as if there's another line that there's not another house that has a property line that it's like the matching puzzle.
no, it's
The other one would also.
There is no.
back
Yeah,
here, right?
Yeah, the property's back.
And went from here, here.
yeah.
So I guess for the sake of the carport, your setbacks are 5 to the side property line,
The
which
site.
it looks like you're
Yeah.
keeping that, right?
Mhm.
And then 5 to the front property line, which it looks.
Yeah,
Five.
but I don't have,
He has 5 at the back column. He doesn't have 5 at the front.
No, I know, but I'm saying technically, if we squared off that lot, he's got the 5 feet.
Yeah.
But because of the curve, gets closer to 5 feet on that one column. So,
If I square off my property line and maybe do 30, not really.
no, I'm talking things through. So the question is, so what we're saying is from the curvature of the property line back is in the spirit of the law, it has to have 5 feet. And we're talking to the roof overhang, not to the columns.
Sorry, to the column, not to the over, sorry to the structure, the vertical structure like we. Move forward, right? You don't mind if the house has an overhang and set back, the vertical structure. So I think you can get 5 feet to that corner post. If you're interested in working with him, right, before I square off his property and say, let's take it to the column, not worry about that overhang.
So the question is, can that column go back?
But he shifts it towards the house and towards the left a little bit. Right, maybe a foot towards the house and a foot towards the center of the yard, probably get that 5 feet to the closest point of that radius.
So the next question is there's all this room to the left of the carport. Why not just shift it over? Why do we have to bend over backwards and all that when there's all this front yard to the left? Is the driveway existing?
there's a driveway that it's existing. It's a curvature. It's like a
Oh,
curved driveway. And if you see the driveway, it's also way right.
Don't revise the drive.
Yeah, it's way right to where, even almost very close to the property line.
Yeah, I understand. I see the dotted line, but my point is all this new driveway could just be shifted over to the left and you wouldn't have this getting so close to the property line.
Yeah, I mean, the preference is to kind
And
of do the
also-
curvature and come right into your driveway and not have to.
But you understand what we're saying is,
Yeah.
work with you on not worrying about the outline of the roof, right? Which we could
Mhm.
that as the where
Yeah.
you need setback, working, say it's the column, right? Because for a typical house, if it's a 10-foot setback, that's to the wall, and then there could be an overhang of the roof,
Right.
and we work with that,
Yeah.
right? So here, if we just take it to the column, you're not that far from, you're not like having to shift it 8 feet, and you don't want to do that, right? I get
Mhm.
it, but you're shifting it to the half, maybe.
So if we respect the column and cantilever,
Yeah, and then the roof
Part
is what
forward
it is.
and
The
the-
column is the vertical structure, get that 5 feet
Mhm.
away from that radius, which I don't think would take much on your part.
But just to speak to what you're saying, I wouldn't want a front setback 5 feet from the front property line to the column and then cantilevered over into that 5 feet. So, I mean, we got to be careful on how we talk about overhangs and columns, you know, because people could get real creative with overhangs. And next thing you know, we have carports that are closer to the 5 feet than, okay, so,
Considering the circumstances of his property,
yeah, no,
as a lone vote on this board, I would work with him if he gets the call.
yeah, I mean, I would actually, almost because of the property line, be very lenient on the fact that I would almost be like square off that corner, imaginary line and say, okay, let's work from there. But,
That would be ideal, but.
yeah,
It's not- it's
but
not
then I
realistic.
look, but then I look to your left and I see all that front yard and I'm like, well, just slide this thing over, especially considering you haven't applied for this driveway yet,
Mhm.
correct?
Yeah.
Um,
How much can we cantilever into the front yard setback?
Not a fixed thing, it's a judgment call of the board, so, you know, everyone's typical roof line is usually 3-4 feet that they're setting the roof line. Carports aren't usually treated that way, carport is just a 20 by 20 structure and we write about where it sits.
but
You asked-
the overall structure of the carport has to be a maximum of 20 by 20.
Mhm.
That's the roof, so,
Yeah, it's what we have.
yeah.
We also trying to keep the aesthetics and the look of the, you know, the house.
But let's table the setback comment for a second. The other thing about carports, right, is they're only either aluminum
Mhm.
or fabric. And that design on the rendering, it
Yeah.
looks like some sort of concrete, I don't know what that is made of,
And
but.
Yeah,
T&G, it says painted T&G.
yeah, it has ton and groove, wood, it has.
Painted eaves trim, so I think you want to make this thing out of wood,
We're trying to mimic the same style and look of the house, make it.
which
not-
you
make
could
it-
in aluminum.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it would have to be-
like aluminum structure is not gonna look like the roof lines that we're trying to mimic, like the roof lines.
Could they not, could he not put like a T-Rex material on the bottom of an aluminum structure?
Is it aluminum?
Maybe like put some sort of that like cladding on the ceiling of the carport out there, the carport is structure, let's say, the aluminum. And I'm just looking at this chamfered shape, it looks like it's concrete, I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Like forget this thing underneath, which I see there's like planking, but what is the physical structure made of?
It would be like a wood built structure.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, it can't be, right? So the code says aluminum or, you know.
If it has
galvanized
to be
steel
aluminum, then
with
we'll-
canvas, right?
Yeah.
So.
Can we face it with wood if it has to be aluminum and,
That's the thing.
Is aluminum or canvas?
yeah, aluminum or canvas, okay.
I think the idea is to try to avoid having rotted wood, things that have to have maintenance.
Okay.
You know, they're trying to make it so that this is the thing that's in the front setback. It needs to be as, you know,
Yeah, okay.
Now, you could technically extrude that shape in aluminum, that's allowed, right? Whether you want to pay for that, it's a different story.
Gotcha, yeah. Yeah, we're trying to keep also the carport away from the front windows. And there's one of the windows there is like facing the front street is one of the bedrooms. We don't want like that big structure in front of the window, so we're trying to get it as much as possible to the east.
Yeah, again, personally, I'd work with you on getting the column cut anyway.
Okay,
I would stand on it.
but again, the maximum size of it being 20 by 20 and it not being closer to 5 feet to the front setback. Now you can put the columns where you want, but that's me, that's where I would come down on that. And it has to be all aluminum. So if you want to make it look like the main structure of the house, you can do that in aluminum.
in aluminum, okay. And then the other item was the pool. Pool setback, rear setback is 10 feet and we're proposing 6 feet. There's no overline, or anything back there.
What,
Hold on.
drawing that's in here.
It's showing 10 feet, but yeah. Well, it's showing like 9 feet, but to the outside of the pool.
It's just 8'10"
8'10",
walkway,
yeah.
measured to the water.
Right,
How wide that walkway is, but if it's
it's
2
10
feet.
feet right now, yeah.
10 feet
Yeah,
of water is
I-
okay.
Yeah.
I think the edging, unless it's an elevated thing, I think it has to be, yeah,
Yeah, I'm just saying, so.
so he's probably.
He's at-
What is your question? If
If
you
we
want to be
get-
less than 10 feet?
Yeah,
Rear
to
property?
6 feet.
So again, it's an accessory structure, so you have a 10-foot rear setback, 10-foot side setback to the water line.
Mhm.
So that's
That's what we need to respect.
Yeah.
Can't do it
that's
anything less than that.
What is this building on the right-hand side that says it's a patio? that an existing structure?
That's an existing structure, yeah.
So the other thing, just by glancing at this, you need to be aware with everything that you're doing, you have a 50% maximum lot coverage.
Right.
And with the pool, the driveways, the walkways in the front and such, just keep that in mind. We're gonna be looking
Yeah.
at the percentages of your
Right.
lot coverage.
We'll provide the lot coverage.
To be clear, it's every,
Yeah.
Everything.
improvement other than sod or planting, so it's
Mm-hmm.
walkways, with the pads, the building, the pool, the driveway.
Right. I also had another question on the, we're trying to do the gravel driveway and there's a detail there where you have to have like the concrete border. We're providing that around the perimeter and in the front, I think it's like 16 inches to the curvature. If you see on the layout, there's some of that concrete around the other areas where we're doing, like the gravel with the pavers. Do we need to have that border to retain or could it be retained with a metal inlay or something like that? That transitions from the grass to the gravel and do the 4 inch.
Rules for driveway. The idea is.
Right.
Vehicles taking gravel from coming, going. So if you're just doing.
Hardscape, yeah.
Landscape in your front yard. I think
Doesn't really matter.
You know,
But gravel is a driveway material.
Yeah, he's talking about for his driveway
Yeah.
versus that whole walkway. That's the gravel around it.
do we also know what their swale dimension is? Because like, if they have a very narrow swale from this dimension, having a bunch of those front yard pavers in the swale could mess with what their swale coverage is. And frankly, if their swale goes in a straight line down from the side of their property line and that goes in a straight line, then I would be a lot more okay with where the carport is. It's like, okay, they aren't counting it as your property, but they're counting it as your swale, like 1.5 dozen of the other, in my opinion, but that's just something I would look at your property survey, because what they were talking about of total lot coverage. You also have a 40% of the front, which this looks like that's over. But then there's also 40% of the swale. The swale's not indicated on here, but it's a weird thing with the curve thing. So I would just be kind of paying attention to it. Because you come up to that, both of those 40% pretty quick.
Okay. Yeah, we'll make sure we comply with the permeability of it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to determine whether gravel, whether you're using it as a walkway or as a driveway is considered a parking surface under the code and whether it needs to have that border all the way around on all sides of it.
Be like,
I mean, it does say gravel parking surfaces shall be built with a perimeter border.
yeah, there are a couple houses. Full front yards. On a. On. Like, house.
But yeah, you're talking, it's something, we're talking about this.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
wondering if the use of gravel in the front is automatically considered a parking material because gravel is defined as a parking material. And thus it must meet the 40% and whether or not the gravel is required to have the required border around it, whether it's a parking surface or a walkway surface. So I was just trying to determine if it does keep referring to parking surfaces. So do we have latitude on the walkway part of that surface? As long as this gravel parking has the required border around.
I don't consider class of the law. What there are regulations about. Up and running a period, right?
And I'm referring to the on the property, not so what's the right of way. So I think the way he has it designed here where the border is at the street on the walkway. and then it comes up on one side and comes around, containing it on the sides, will probably suffice.
I think point is just asking them to get rid of that.
Yeah, I want to minimize it on the hardscape side. I get it around the driveway, and that's how I interpret it as well, like with the
So we're-
driveway, but the hardscape,
Oh, so we're talking having gravel come right out to the asphalt without any type of border between the asphalt and the gravel at the walkway? To me, it should at least match the driveway to a certain point, extent. And then once you get up on the property, if you want to relieve it, but then also if you're noticing to the left of the carport, you're not showing that border. You've transitioned that into pads, I guess? Is that what you're doing there, 4 pads?
we did it at the front and on the sides of that whole.
Like
walk-
the parking surface doesn't have it completely on all 4 sides. It only has it on,
Well, the way I read it as well is that it's required on the sides and adjacent to the street. Doesn't say on the top, but we've done it all around up to the point where the walking steps towards the house. So we've done it on all sides except those steps essentially on the side, on the
oh,
west
but
side.
the steps that are to the left, that,
Uh.
those are concrete pads that would constitute
Yeah,
a perimeter border consistent of suitable material, 4 inches deep with the width border being 16 and 4. So that, you're just gonna make it a concrete pad.
yeah.
Because the way it's drawn here, there's a little bit of a gap. There's a little tiny bit of gap.
But the concrete border for the driveway at the top is a gap. Can you not accept that? Eliminate the gap at the top, so now you've got a continuous border, otherwise you have the absence of a border.
So have a continuous curb and then,
No, here, I'm talking about this. right?
yeah,
So you're basically using this walkway as your border, which I think is fine. It's
Fine.
wider than 4 inches. But here, it's a sealed border. Here, the gap. So since you're touching here, can you just touch there? That way it's continuous around the driveway and it's not a gap, right?
So, I mean, one of the reasons of having the border at the street was to protect the street from being degraded. So having the gravel at the walkway, or I'm sorry, the border at the walkway would still, be in keeping with that. Now, once you go past and get on your property, you want to change it over to a landscaping border or something like that. I think we could be amenable to that, but the part that's coming out closer to the street should be kind of the way it is drawn in a way. And again, if you look at your entire, what you're proposing, it strikes me that you're asking for more than 40% of the front of the property there. So all that surface has to be less than 40% of the front.
mm-hmm. Okay, we'll bring it to 40%. We're not asking for additional. Now, can we apply for a variance like to reduce the carport side setback? Is that something that
Setback.
the carport, bring it closer to the side?
I mean, you have the right to apply for a variance. The question is what is the hardship that you can't just move it over to have the setback that's required by the?
We're trying to keep it away from the front of the property as much as possible and the windows. We want to be able to have that front facade.
We understand what the owners or your desire is. We're just saying the variance would address a hardship, a particular
Mhm.
specific unique hardship for the
Okay.
property. And Commissioner was just gonna say it's a hardship.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, my only thing would be is if you, put in this survey, if your assigned swale, like I said, goes
Mhm.
straight down, then I would be more like, hey, look, they just happen to chop off a part of the property.
Gotcha.
but they're
Yeah, we'll review that.
Still assigning that swale to them. That's the only, it is a weird shape the curve, that would be the only reason, but if that swale, it belongs to somebody else or is an easement or whatever, then. Like, oh, yes.
Gotcha. And what's the, like, the typical timeline for a variance for that or the pool, if we do wanna apply for it?
I mean, we have people that have been and applied for a variance and they're still waiting for their hearing. And it's probably been at least 6 months for them to even waiting on the hearing from the village. So I can't even quote a timeline for a variance.
So more than 6 months. for
Yeah,
sure.
it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months. But, so let me ask you, I mean, because you have no garage or anything, right?
Yeah.
Why can't the carport be on the other side of the property? You're picking one side or the other for the carport. So the argument could be made, why can't you just put the carport on the other side? You're not lining it up to a driveway or a garage or something. So, keep that in mind when it comes time to say, I have of special needs that I have to have my carport over on the right-hand side. And I can't meet the 5-foot setback. There's things you have to prove that. So when I'm looking at your front of your house, I'm like, well, why can't the carport just be on the other side?
Well, it's a big structure.
And
like
that would be,
20 by 20
that would
would
be a
cover
question,
the entire front of the entrance of the house, like the front portion. But, how do we find information on the soil, that you were mentioning?
Property survey.
But what was the
The
question?
Well, yeah, it would be on the property survey, sorry, but basically, if it says, hey, this is what your swale is, and it draws it as a straight line, then I would be.
Don't think it's, not really do that, right? So surveys not that subdivide swale.
So survey
Swale
is
is
the
anything
block.
in the right of way outside your property.
Yeah.
Now, it would show if there's an easement. One.
Yeah.
That's not.
I guess if,
It's not gonna delineate his swale versus the neighbor's. Oh.
Don't we have this?
but the neighbors, from what you were showing, the neighbor's front left property corner was a 90 degree.
Yeah, because they're part of that.
Yeah, so in between, it would either be swale or easement. So if there's not an easement there and it's just, oh, this is extra swale space, then I would be more okay with where it's at, because then it's just, they did get.
It currently doesn't show.
I mean, I
have
have
the
the purposes of like calculate swale. Say draw a straight line, when it's the asphalt, 8'3", right? Then we have the swale is from here to here, right?
Right now, the driveway,
But on the property thing, if it shows an easement, that's why the curve, then I would be like, yeah, you can't, you shouldn't be.
I have the survey,
that
but I
low.
want to take a look at it.
I mean, don't we have it right here on this page 11? It says site plan. Isn't that the survey?
So this doesn't,
And that's his drawing, it's not really.
But it's probably based on a survey at some point. But we would, like you said, we would just go straight out like we would any other property. And then you have a 30-inch setback there, which I can't tell if he's asking for. I mean, I know we're not discussing the driveway.
It's 30 inches and everything that's there is just an approach, right?
On a funky shape, yeah. Road
The driveway itself is fine for the purpose of the setbacks, but.
yeah, the survey doesn't indicate any,
Yeah,
like
doesn't
it said,
show.
it's all the detail ends of the property line, so pay attention that easements past it. Frankly, if there isn't, if there isn't an easement, then I'm look at it, because the road curves up towards it, so it's like a missing triangle of non-tax land.
Yeah, it's a weird shape that it has in the corner.
Yeah, but it's probably the access to the house in the corner.
Access that lot. So-
There's a house to the right, that's the access.
Little wedge at the corner.
I thought that when you,
Here, another house here, the only way to get this property is with that little. So you know. So your point about, oh, if there's extra swale, then I don't mind a setback. Really, that's the next door neighbor's approach.
I didn't realize there was a third house in it, cause
Yeah.
you were showing the two. I was like, oh, okay, then there's empty space. there.
That's the only gate to the house, that's its approach.
The existing driveway goes way over that.
Yeah, well, we've had.
Yeah, the existing driveway.
Same conditions. Based driving over the neighbor's
Yeah.
driveway.
Yeah, like I completely agree with Gage as far as, we need to have some sort of justification if you want to not comply with the code. And, moving that carport just a few feet doesn't seem like that big of a hardship to comply with the code.
So they're telling me that it used to be a walking path.
Yeah,
There's a walking path that's going.
no, it's going along the side of your property. So what happening is,
In front, the one that's in the corner. It's not his, the walking path. This is his lot. This is that, top in the corner, this one, that walking path is here. Well, really, it doesn't do with his property. His property's here. And there's this one that's top in the corner, and there's this one, the walking path. So it's really between, not his house, but this house, this house. So there you can see the layout, so there's a little walking path, yeah, so it's there, right, like. So his property, so his property doesn't, take that property, there's this little 5 foot path. But that's not it's building. So really that walkway starts past that one that's up in the front. All the way out. You did run. The other company one corner that is that area that house.
Yeah, so it goes up and then you go across.
That walkway is on it.
So this property here, yeah, so this, I know, but this property is facing that street, that property facing that street, that property is.
This one is not, it's not paved. Yeah. Good property.
So then the access to that property is the road.
It's that little thing. That's the driveway approach to get to that little.
So that's. But with that property have an access.
Doesn't even seem like it happened.
It's still a tiny house right here, does it have?
705 Northeast 120 Street.
You spot that little
So
mid-century.
that's that little tree house.
Yeah.
It's like a little lodge. But you see, it's kind of got like a little Spanish thing. They were going through. So there is a little access.
And so that curvature, this guy's driveway.
Yeah, the driveway is there. Our driveway is there existing. It's been there.
I don't know, that is.
There's a military down there. Yeah, out before.
Oh, no, I'm talking about the guy that had the mid-century. Is it your house or you work for them?
No.
Colonel or something?
Someone.
I don't think you own the house.
So anyways, for me personally, get the column 5 feet and I would be satisfied. I speak for
No, I agree.
the overhang.
As long as we respect the column, being away 5.
For me, for this one vote in
Overhang's
this
a-
pair, I would be okay with the column being 5 feet away if the overhang did be off. Because of the circumstances of that.
Gotcha. But then the same thing with the back, what is the justification of the pool being closer?
So.
The other thing too is to be very clear, like going outside the accepted materials is a no-go on the carport. as
Yeah, yeah.
No building with wood or. yeah.
Back for real application, they just get that common fence. The
Mhm.
carport has to be aluminum or.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Answer your questions?
Yes.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. Huh? Okay. So 7C was here first, so even, somebody else came in, but we're gonna come back to them. So 7C, 11402 Northeast 8th Court, High Tides Properties, first discussion. So you have some plans for us to look at?
Yes, sir.
Um,
You want me to put them on the table?
Yeah.
yeah, it's always better just to present us what your vision is and we can talk about it.
That,
11402 Northeast 8th Court.
Yes, sir.
mission.
Yeah,
Oh.
the mission style.
Mission style.
The apartment building, that's.
Yes, it was,
It's been,
Like renderings of like a design, super modern.
they were gonna do like a big addition on the back and.
so this is different. So that was the original owners. They sold it. We bought it from them. We're looking to keep the existing structure. We're changing it from a quadplex into a single family home.
Very nice.
The front of the house is essentially gonna look exactly the same. Really, the changes are, everything's gonna be on the backside.
Okay.
So we're trying to kind of keep with that old
Okay.
charm.
So I just want to make sure you're the new owner.
Yes, sir, correct.
Okay, because the last gentleman who was here was the guy was here and then his brother was the realtor and the
That's
brother
correct.
was trying to sell it and he
That-
wanted us to approve some plans on the fly.
That was like super
Yeah.
modern glass
It-
thing in the
like
back.
this huge addition on the back. Okay.
Yeah, they were making a big L shape
Okay, so
to
you,
it, and we're not doing that. No, sir.
okay, so.
So what we're looking. Back there.
I mean, it's like now it's working really well, so that's crazy.
Is
Okay.
the footprint changing at all?
The front
Foot-
foot back.
The front footprint is not changing at all.
Uh-huh.
The only thing that's changing is, look, this is the existing structure that comes across here. Yeah, so this is an existing pool already.
Yeah.
So the back, this is the master bedroom side. This is actually going to be conditioned space here. This, we're just matching it. This can be a summer kitchen. This is a walkout, so underneath here, obviously is covered porch. This is a kind of a balcony, if you will. We've got two holes in the middle to let palm trees come through. And I mean, that's essentially what the change of the structure is.
So
And this, sorry, there's not a
Right.
dimension here, but this looks like based off that radius line. This looks like this is close to
It's
30
definitely,
feet.
this house is definitely closer than the required
But it's
setback,
Yeah.
but it's
He's not touching
existing,
it,
he's not
so
touching it, so.
Yeah.
Whatever he wants.
The other thing with the circular driveway, we would like to do that if that's not possible.
No,
That's
the
on-
driveway looks fine. I think he was worried about the front setback of the house, but it's an existing, so if it's
Oh.
less than 30, oh well.
Yeah,
just don't-
right now
just
it's
Don't
just-
take it down because you won't be able to put it back
That,
up.
that's the
understood.
reason
Otherwise,
why I
we
was
have to push
bringing
it.
that, that's why I was bringing
Okay.
that up is like, you don't want to get to here and then on version 3 or meeting 3, be like, hey, yeah, we want to change a bunch of this stuff with the front.
sir.
Then it's like, okay,
But,
you're-
but your front being smaller than the required normal, you still are required to have a 40% of your front. So you actually have less front yard to work with for your circular driveway. You can do a circular driveway, but you just have to make sure that from here to here, here to here, you stay within 40%.
Okay, got it.
So my driveway might have to get
Driveway
smaller.
purpose can't be more than 40% of that price.
So,
but do you already have the driveway or? is
so right
this
now, the
your own?
entire front of the house is all black.
It's all pavement,
Yeah.
blacktop.
whole
That'd be
thing is
nice to
blacktop.
Change that.
And the right of way would have to become on to the same thing. So you'd take all of that out and put your new driveway in, stay within 40%.
So what if he instead of, I'm just steps advocate, he didn't, I don't know how broken up the blacktop is, but if you just
It's not.
deleted the sections
That
that he
you,
didn't want,
it was
then
kept,
just kept the other sections, he doesn't need to come to a permit if he wants to make more grass, right?
what if I did it out of rock and it was permeable?
Wait, why don't, look, that's, why are we discouraging, like, just do your circular
Just-
driveway. It looks
yeah.
much nicer. Just get it
Yeah.
to be no more
Oh,
than 40%, right?
okay.
Don't keep, don't
yeah,
leave
okay.
blacktop if he wants to
Get
get
rid
rid
of the
of it, right?
blacktop.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think you're that off. I mean, look, your front yard is gonna be this, right?
Correct.
Count all of that,
It's gonna be close.
right?
Yep.
Let him count all of it. I think you're not that far off from 40%, right? And this is 14 feet wide. It's enough for 2 cars to pass. You don't necessarily need that. You can
Right,
go
we
a
may be
little
able to
less,
go a
make it
little bit
12
less.
feet.
Yep,
Yeah.
understood.
As far as the new construction goes, it's all in the rear. You have your 10-foot setbacks.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to tell from
It's 11
the
something.
small
and,
one. but,
Sorry, I
11, it's always more. So
my
you could
architect
actually-
called and goes, can you go to this meeting?
and
You could actually poke out if you wanted, if you want to, but you're right now 11 and change on both sides and it's only 10.
it's
So
One of the things we thought about doing was putting a driveway across the back here. But that was just something we've been tossing around.
so you could put a driveway across here, you just have a 30-inch setback from the property line.
Property line. of the
So you
driveway.
could put it tight to the house and go across, go to the back.
Understanding that that will affect the 40%.
yeah, and
Understand.
then it also would affect your 50% of the overall property. So there's different rules, right? One is the driveway, which is 40% of the front yard. The other is 50% lot coverage for the entire property of everything, driveway, pool, house,
Gotcha.
walkways.
You have a huge-
You know,
It's a huge lot.
yeah, you have a
So
big lot, so. like,
14,000
If you
square
did that driveway, you
Was-
have to calculate that into your.
There's not another structure back
Nothing.
there.
Oh, there is a little bitty house back here. We're taking it down. It's a
Okay.
little shed.
Okay, 'cause
I'm not
there-
gonna
I
call it
thought there was
house,
like a,
it's a shed.
I thought there was a garage or something back here.
No, it's just a little
Okay.
shed, little storage shed.
So again, you could bring your parking back here and put your parking back here if you wanted.
Okay.
That's yours choice. Like I just said, 40%, 50% total. This is one story. It's smack dab in the middle. I don't see it as
Yeah.
there's nothing,
This is only one story, because this is really just a covered patio. Like,
So you would, this is walk out on second floor,
right here, look.
walk out on second
terrace
floor.
in the second floor.
Yes, correct.
So
So-
it's everything.
Yeah, but
You're-
you're, middle,
you're-
so you're not like encroaching on.
Have you applied for this or is this?
Yes, sir, it's,
Okay,
we've
Well,
applied.
I was gonna say, cause you have like the full MEPs.
Yeah.
here,
you've
but-
gone full force with the MAPs, okay.
So we
Run
submitted it,
functions.
we submitted it. And then the architect, I guess, was talking to somebody, and they asked if we could come to this meeting. I said, sure, I'm happy to. I'm the owner. I live right down the street, so.
Yeah.
Happy
You
to.
have, you probably don't even know, but what we need is the lot coverage calculations.
I just read through it. I didn't see it.
Yeah,
That's
maybe
what I was-
it may not have it, and if, I would have thought he would have probably put it on.
It would have been like an early G sheet or an early A sheet, but.
Yeah, I skimmed through them pretty quickly.
Oh,
and
these are
didn't
front back
find
though,
it.
so.
Yeah, they're fine, bad.
And I love the house.
Lot coverage on that.
They're like, the architect's like, oh, I think we should maybe go. No, you actually should have started here. Not-
Had no idea.
Not come to us at the very end,
Sorry.
you know,
I mean, luckily, it looks like.
It's
you
pretty-
didn't commit any faux pas that you're now gonna pay for, right? They're all pretty. Looks like he understood the code
I'll
requirements.
I'll ask him the.
Yeah, so for sure, you're gonna need
Yeah,
to
that's rude.
come back with a lot coverage summary.
Okay.
Again, it looks like you comply, just eyeballing it, but. you know.
and it's all new windows eventually.
Yes, everything's going hurricane impact windows.
Are there currently, are there currently fences running?
There,
from
there,
here to the
there
side?
is so there's a column there and there's a column here, and then there's essentially a gate going
Okay.
here and here, and there was a fence here. And then the old owner, there was a guy that owns a construction company over here, let him come through here for some reason, and he tore down the whole fence, so now I'm gonna have to get a permit to put a fence in.
Okay.
Yeah,
It'll be a-
If you get approved and start doing the addition stuff prior or without doing that, then you're gonna need to put a temporary fence on that side.
And I'm gonna put
I just wanna
those,
see what they
I already talked to
plan
my
to do
neighbor,
here.
and she asked, she goes, what are you kind of
Could be
fence you're gonna
really
put out there?
spectacular,
What would you like?
overly,
And I will put
kinda-
what you want. She goes, well, I just did
Yeah.
like 2 of my sides. This is the third
There's not a
side. So I said, okay,
second
I'll
page,
match.
yeah. It's all
So
single
it's,
family.
it's just a 6-foot privacy wood privacy fence. It's nothing crazy. So,
Yeah, the reason I was asking at the front is because otherwise you'd have to put a big construction screen.
oh
there.
yeah, no,
But if you have it gated.
It's-
and
it's
everything's
gated.
happening
Yes, sir.
back to the front.
and all the mechanical stuff will be on that
Are-
one side
Are
of the
you
house.
replacing all of the windows on that front?
Yeah, everything's getting replaced, essentially the same size. We may end up having a little bit of a difference in that, but for the most part, it's gonna be very close to the same size. It is it's about 3,000, and it's going to be about 32 and some change or something like that. 30, a little bit more than that.
This outdoors, it's an
Yeah,
outdoor covered area?
Yeah, that's all outdoor.
Yeah, it's all out there covered by that.
So this is your summer
Second
kitchen,
floor.
and so this is your all covered patio. We've got planters, that's so the palm trees can go through
Yeah.
the
Beautiful.
second floor. And then we've added on to the back of the house to be able to make the master bigger, put in a half bath for a pool. So that we could do that in a nice little walkway, and then spiral staircases down.
And it's,
It's,
it's only got one kid, it's gonna be a single family, right?
Single family. Yep.
Okay,
100 times nicer than what they were conceiving for. so.
yeah.
We think it's a pretty cool plan.
So we just need lot calculations
Okay,
to confirm the lot calculations.
yes, sir.
Is there any
an
trees
addition.
that are getting displaced where that addition is going or? no?
There are no trees back there now. There's just an old wood deck that's awful.
Yeah.
One of the questions I had about it was about trying to like start doing that kind of demo, getting like the stuff that's outside. I don't know if you guys.
I mean, if it's
offered
a
demo
wood
permit.
deck,
Yes,
I don't think you need
Trash.
demo permit to put.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know if I would have to get a, dumpster permit or any of that. stuff.
Dumpster, yeah, you would need a dumpster permit.
To be
but
able to-
If you're just pulling up wood deck in your backyard.
Okay, no one can do it. Okay, got it.
But if you're starting to demo the walls or stuff.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
You need to,
structural
you need to
demo-
get, you
a
need
wood
to
deck
get,
is not
to-
structural.
Right.
That structural demo, you need.
Got it.
You
And
can apply
and
for
we-
that now, though.
Yeah, I would
It's a
love.
separate demo
I
permit.
would love
yeah.
to apply for a separate
Yeah,
demo
yeah, you can
permit
get, so
since
you
we're
can
so
get started,
far.
yeah. I also
so-
don't think this is not new construction, so it's not a 3 review. I think.
no, I think we
Come
should,
back next time with your lot coverage and you're good to go. Like,
So-
Okay.
H, do you want to explain
this is
the,
a discussion item, right? So,
Yeah.
so, yeah, I think that it would be, move it to an agenda item at the next meeting
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your lot coverage and we could vote on it.
Okay, great. I would love that.
Because, correct, I mean, you agree?
Okay.
The driveway, just work, we're not gonna be voting on the driveway the next time. Cause that would be a separate sub permit, but you might
Okay.
want to work out your 40%, so
Yes,
it's
sir.
on your master plan.
Yep, I'll do that.
Yeah.
For sure.
and it looks like it, but just your window styling that across the front all needs to be consistent. It looks like it off that drawing, but
Yeah, I mean, it's like specific, not like your typical,
Yeah.
horizontal roller and single hung. It's very decorative, so it's probably.
Yeah. what are
It's all
those?
gonna be new, so I'm sure you're
Yeah,
gonna
so
have.
When
they're
you,
all gonna
when
be
you
done.
add the,
Oh,
li-
I mean, hurricane
Yeah.
impact and
yeah, when you add the little bars, what's the name of that?
mullions.
Mutton.
Muntins, yeah. I don't know if you're having to redo your septic, but hopefully you're jumping on that because.
So the septic's existing. I had it inspected.
Yeah.
The tank itself was fine.
Yeah.
The drain field was not as good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They said that it's okay, but they said it really probably needs to get redone.
Yeah,
So-
we don't care. I'm just as personal experience. I just
With-
permitted an addition and the building department, like all the MEP instructional was like a
Right.
month. And the county was like 7 months for septic. only.
gotcha.
So hopefully
Yeah.
you don't have to touch it.
I would
Or-
prefer
yeah.
not to,
Yeah.
or resize it or do
Yeah, yeah,
anything.
try-
Cause it was being a fourplex before, I mean, single family.
Yeah,
and I think
really,
it's
you're
going down.
downside. Yeah, so hopefully they see it
Cause
that
it
way.
was like a 1,200 or something. It was like a really big
Yeah,
monster freaking.
yeah. So hopefully you don't have to worry about that. Just if you do get on it right away because it's
Okay.
gonna drag.
Alright, so
Do
we'll-
we need to get approvals from you guys before submitting to Durham, or we can submit to
No,
Durham now?
you can go to Durham.
Okay, good. Right.
So we'll move this to agenda item for the next meeting. They'll bring in the calculations. And yeah, it looks pretty good.
Okay, thank you guys very, very much. I appreciate y'all's time.
Thank you.
It's your personal or your spec? So it's your home.
It
Doesn't matter.
It depends,
Yeah.
depends. I currently live in the shores and I like the house, and so I was like, maybe I keep it, maybe I don't, so it's.
Depends where you are with the budget by the end of the reno.
Yeah.
You have to sell it.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it very much.
Oh, thank you, sir. Sir, the gentleman back there, are you on the agenda tonight?
Yes, I,
5.
at 11806 Northeast 8th Ave. Justice.
Okay, 6I. So actually you will be next. So 6I, 11806 Northeast 8th Avenue Pool Deck. Lot calculations at 39.
That should actually go down because I'm removing a lot of tile for the deck, which will be.
Does that include the driveway? Because
Yes,
total lot, house, porches, patios, walkways, concrete slabs, and pool.
yeah, I'm replacing part of my tile backyard with the, which will be now pervious composite wood.
Motion to approve.
Yeah, I'm just. Hi, correct? I see a lot of footing plans and stuff, but the pool is basically smack in the middle?
Yes.
And is there some setbacks somewhere that it actually denotes what the setbacks are?
Yeah, they're on the pool plan. The setbacks of the pool are 20 feet on each side, basically.
This is
Is there a pool plan here? I don't see a pool plan.
This is just for the deck. The pool's already been approved.
Pool's already approved, yeah. I can show you the pool.
Oh, pool deck, I'm sorry, excuse me.
So your deck is basically aligning with the corners of the house.
Correct, exactly.
Got it, okay. David made a motion. David, Ed, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Good, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, next will be six, L, 12022 Griffin Boulevard. For a pool.
Good evening, I'm Ben Figueroa. My contractor is supposed to be on Zoom.
We don't have, we don't do Zoom interactive. You can actually, the contractor can watch it, but he just can't interact with us.
Okay,
So. But let's just see what you have here.
I'm watching going, crap, I can hear them, but they can't hear
Yeah,
me.
no, he just needs to start texting you
Yeah.
furiously.
So right now you're at 36% lot coverage according to your lot calculations. And just,
Yes.
pool is in the rear. It's 7'1".
7. The issue with the rear setback. You have a 10-foot rear setback to the water line. Right now, it's dimensioned at 7'7", so the pool would have to move
3 feet
2
in,
foot 5 inches closer to the house.
okay.
Which it looks like.
We have the room, because there's like
Yeah,
a,
you have 32 feet right now from the edge of the step, which is the closest part of the pool, to the back of the house. So it would be 30 feet roughly-ish if you did shift it over.
The house, but so yeah, it's the patio. But still,
Yeah.
I think you.
There's room.
you should-
so shift it closer to the house.
Yeah, it's got to
Okay.
be towards the house 2 foot 5 inches.
And the location, but the location of the pool equipment is fine.
Okay.
Where that is.
Or you're on the canal, correct?
Correct.
So
Yeah, close to the water.
Oh. So who owns it doesn't seem like the property, your lot is actually, is there another lot behind you between your?
No, there's no lot, actually. I looked that up on the county map. It's owned by the water itself, like the edge of the water, it's some water department I never heard of.
The Water Management District.
The Water Management District, but they have a West Palm Beach address.
Yeah, so that's South Florida Water Management. But if you look at your survey page number 4, look at the little red box. Seems like there's another property behind your property or something. 'Cause a lot of the canal properties go into the canal. Yours seems like it stops many feet from the water line, and there's a whole bunch of land back there that you get to enjoy that's technically belong to somebody else or something.
Right, no, that's similar to my property.
You don't go into the water?
No.
With your lot? David, did you on yours?
It-
Yes, but I could see that she didn't, like, in my survey, it showed that her, like, mine went out and then it even had a dotted line that went halfway through the canal, but it showed that hers is like on the land.
Right, so the water line is not always the property line.
I know, but I mean, like, so a lot of the houses on the south side of the bridge, they actually own to the center of the
Yeah,
canal.
that's what mine did.
And but yours, you don't, and then it looks like his doesn't either, so that's actually South Florida Water Management land.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like this jigsaw going.
Nothing to do with your permit. Now
No, I get it, but I'm curious about this. I've been curious about this because sometimes like I dealt with the DOT in a different and bought a little plot of land that was useless from them for cheap. I wonder if they'll do the same for this.
Because it just seems like you own and get to enjoy the benefits of having this land
It-
behind your lot.
It's kind of like a little drop off. There's really no land.
Yeah. I mean, it shows there's a bunch of trees back there on your survey on page 4. So I don't know if they're right at the water line or what, but for our purposes, your property line is declared, so you have to be 10 feet in from that. Even though there's all that extra land back there, you have a 10-foot setback from your rear property line. It's just kind of odd if it's just observing it while you have. If you look at the site plan showing Griffin Boulevard, it looks like you have a sizable amount of property back there that belongs to the water management. Anyway, so for the issue of the 10-foot setback, do we want to table this or just have him, we approve it if you're
Yeah.
willing to move it to 10 feet?
I'm willing to move it to 10 feet because we have the space that's underneath. I mean, it's not 10 feet. We're talking about 2.5 feet.
Yeah, to get to the 10 feet.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, can you wait 2 weeks and resubmit the new drawing or?
Our concern is you might be fine with it. We give you a conditional approval tonight, your pool builder, for whatever reason, that doesn't get communicated to him, and then he builds your pool in the wrong place. Then when you get a survey for your final inspection,
I-
pool
I-
gets screwed.
I got a text from my contractor confirming, and I'll make sure because ultimately it's my
Yeah,
responsibility.
exactly. And
I've dealt with the other side of your, the violation side of it. And so I'm very keen on not being in this podium for that
I want you to
purpose.
have a constructed pool that when you get a final survey, it's in the setback, and now you're moving a.
No,
Right?
So the reason I ask is because you're not planning on starting to build in the next 2 weeks, right? Because we're getting feedback, and this is a side thing. We're getting feedback from the building department on approving things like this. This is something that we should say, okay, table it, come back in 2 weeks with it at 10 feet and we approve it with the correct information. This is not something that we should approve conditional, like a roof color or something along those lines. Okay,
Drawing should be updated properly.
so the feedback is 10 feet and we should deny it.
But in this case, because I know the timetable that I'm up against, and because I'm here physically, and I know what the requirement is. I mean, if I'm found to be in violation of what you're suggesting after the construction, it's on the record that I'm responsible as the owner. So I'm willing to take that risk because I will ensure 100% that I don't put myself there with my contractor.
Yeah.
In the meeting.
But he doesn't have to come back to the next meeting.
Wearing a suit jacket.
It's the timeline issue. I mean, I'm here
Motion to.
facing you, telling you that I'll take responsibility for it because I know that my builder is a quality builder and I trust him.
It's not a question of that. It's having all the documentation correct in the packet at the right thing. So I have a motion to approve based on a 10-foot rear setback being submitted.
Okay.
There's a second. So that's Ed and then David.
Okay.
All in favor, say yes. Yes. I'm gonna say yes because you're
You're the last one. You got under the wire. Everyone after you, no more.
Like I said,
Okay.
you show up wearing a jacket, you get approved. That's
Thank you.
Don't make us regret it.
but it's approved based on you have to submit right away. The builder has to submit at 10 feet,
Oh, I'll get that in the next 24 hours. It'll be done.
like tomorrow.
Okay.
So, okay, I had a motion.
Oh, you're watching us on.
They
Zoom.
can hear me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. My ladies, usted me escucha, ¿correcto? Ya sabe lo que tiene que hacer. La llamo después de este meeting. I'm relating it to the ladies.
That's why I said it. We know you hear us.
Okay. So you're approved.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, so we are going back to 6E, 1105 Northeast 119th Street. All right, so you have a gravel to show us? Okay, so it's a, I know. So he's got a picture of a crushed gravel. It looks like it's kind of a slate color. Very nice, multicolor slate. 0.25, 3/8 inch wide, crushed gravel by landscape rock. So he's just got to upload. You just literally got to screenshot this picture and email it. You already sent it? You already sent it. Well, he did.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So he's already uploaded the picture. We have everything we need. Did I have a motion?
Yeah.
David?
I motion to get them from.
Scarlett?
Second.
Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Okay. You're-
What was this one again?
This is 6E. He just provided us the necessary gravel that he's gonna put on top of that with the blue border. Thank you. Thanks for working with us on that. And it's already been uploaded.
You had to wait through everybody else. Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so
much.
All right.
Enjoy cake.
All right, so that has actually already been uploaded according to him, so it should be waiting in the inbox tomorrow when Linda arrives at the office. Dina won't be chasing her down with a pitch. Anyway, they're just giving us a hard time because we approve things conditionally. And so we need to like just be limited to like paint colors and things like that, or roof colors, or so not big things. All right. I have the minute.
The only thing that I would say is that, hey, our adaptive protocol is if you can prove to us during the meeting that you uploaded it, show to us that you've uploaded it to Taply, then we'll.
And all this
vote
stuff is
to
there.
approve, Like what we have.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. Anyway, we're currently dealing with that right now. Anyway, so I have the meeting minutes from August 4th, 2025. It looked good. I had reviewed them.
Motion to approve?
I wasn't here, so I can second.
You can second. So that's Scarlett, David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion.
Aye. It was Scarlett, Ed.
Oh, Ed, sorry. Okay. Yeah.
You guys sweeped in my absence, right? You enjoy it. Oh.
Next will be 5A, a 580 Northeast 118th Street roof. Has she uploaded any more information?
Did, but she's got a 4 to 12 slope which requires the infinite over.
So this is the lady that came in and saw us the last time, or she's been here a couple times, right? Wants the metal roof. She has the gable in the front with nothing. We've asked her to like come in with her builder. We can work with her. Is there anything new?
But he said that he provided stuff, but it's for the wrong depth based off of the pitch on 412 pitch. It's the 18-inch overhang, it's only a 12-inch. So again, Motion and I, it would be great to talk with the GC so that we can explain what the options are.
But this is the lady, she brought in the pictures and we looked at it, and I think the issue really was the front gable, wasn't it? She ran, remember during the meeting, she ran back and we took.
That was
There's a-
that was 2 meetings ago. That happened. And I thought that they'd agreed to add the bump out. She'd agreed to add a bump out and that increased the bump out.
So in her package from 2 weeks ago, did not have, like, oh no, take it back. And it said 16-inch over. Now it says 12.
Well, I mean, the code says, she's saying 412. So 412 has a pitch of 12 inches,
4 to 12 required an 18
or a 12 inch overhang.
required to be.
Oh, There's a pitch above 4 inches and 12. Roofs with a pitch above 4 inches shall have a overhang no less than 12 inches. And then it says 3 inches per foot up to 4 inches per foot shall have an 18-inch overhang.
Gotcha.
So she was fine. It was fine all the way around, except for
Word above.
the problem was the front gable that had no overhang. And that's where we kept saying we need to, we want to work with you on the overhang and what can be done, but it doesn't look like any of that information was brought in. So had we denied this previously? It was already denied, so are we just re-denying it? We have to re-vote on it if it's already been done? It doesn't look like she provided any new information. I guess where I'm trying to go.
No, I mean, it looks like she revised the overhang diagram. The words.
Are you talking about that
That-
hand drawing thing?
Our standard form. Fill in roof slope, overhang, ready to shut it off.
Okay.
Like her, after 2 weeks ago, the overhang was 16 inches, now it's 12, so she changed that form, still okay, it's 12. She did change that form.
Dark bronze, but the issue again is still
Different issue.
it's the gable on the front. All right, motion to deny. Yes.
Second.
I'm not,
Oh, sorry, motion to deny.
Okay.
Scarlett and David. All right, motion to deny. All, favor say aye. Aye. Still need information on the front gable. And again, I'm still not really sure if this is this being handled by code? Because the roof has already been ripped off and dried in. So she's already done the work without a permit. So I'm like, kind of like coming in for a permit, which is great, but the work's already half done. So has anybody checked into them? All right, 5B, 11460 Northeast 10th Avenue, driveway. Okay, this gentleman again. Last time I think he said his son came in to talk to us. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the gravel driveway, not sure what's going on kind of thing. Still showing 0%.
It's like a narrative. Open gate time.
Okay. Okay. Single concrete curb, yes. Writing this letter to you. Sorry, does not match the picture you provided. All right, so the picture of the front of the house taken 10 years ago. So, okay. Why not a picture of the house the way it looks now? The driveway design will be a concrete ground beam as indicated in driveway detail capped with 12 by 12 concrete block.
He's stuck in, military thing, and that's why he ain't on.
This is a survey of the property, the proposed concrete grade beam in orange. And cap. Proposed color of the aggregate that will be spread over the rest of the driveway, is sprayed over it. So he's calling the concrete that's going along the street a concrete round beam, okay? Capped with 12 by 12 concrete blocks. While the rest of the driveways will be covered with black decorative stone aggregate shown in additional description document. Let's. Okay. Okay, so what he wants to do, it matches the house that's down the street, which I know the house, it's right at the end of my street, so I know it. What he wants to do is fine, but the question is what does he want to do behind the beam? Okay. As you can, review board may notice, the driveway border is a straight line from that property. View from north to south. This is a picture of the house that's down the street. This is not his. Issue two, the planning board will need to see a picture of the type of gravel that would be used on the driveway in order to determine whether it can be approved or not. He wants to do a gray gravel. Okay, that's fine. Here is the view of the driveway shown, the aggregate I'd like to be permitted to install. Okay. So now this is a picture of the other house that's a couple doors down from him that has the proper borders around the perimeter. Install the paver, like to install 12 truck car pavers manufactured by Tremont Neville, okay? Hoping this letter clarifies potential road-like issues, I'm submitting so I can have them packet. Moving forward to avoid any confusion. I will not be able to attend the next board meeting. Unfortunately, I'm going overseas, project use Navy medical return. So the thing that's missing, he's got the gravel, he's got the pavers, he doesn't show where it's going and how he's planning on protecting it on the three other sides.
Where he's putting the.
He doesn't know where he's putting the driveway, really. So he's got information that we need, but on the survey that he is providing us, there's nowhere where's this driveway going? And what does it have the borders on the other three sides of the driveway? So,
Well, again, why does he need this curve from the, like, the full width of his property? It means it for the driveway, there's a driveway.
I think he has, if you look at his picture from 10 years ago, he's kind of got this undeveloped kind of gravelly thing going on. And by putting a border along the street, I mean, as long as he's not over his 40%, he's allowed to do it. It's funky if the back behind it, all you have is grass, you know?
Pictures he's showing are not that, they're gravel along the whole way, so we'll see, he wants to gravel the whole front yard.
Right. And I love this picture from 10 years ago, which basically shows grass and gravel and
And then where
Right.
does pavers go? Got pavers that he's showing us, he's got gravel that he's showing us, like where's the driveway like? Oh, is it a gravel driveway, is it a paver driveway? These pavers with gravel in between, with the paver just for the border and along the street, and then there's gravel behind.
Yeah. So we're still not clear where the driveway is going. He's providing more information. Is there a way that maybe he can send his son back at the next meeting that we can talk to him about it again? Because we're just not sure where he wants this. Like if he wanted this driveway that the neighbor has that he likes so much, that's great, but he needs to show it on where it's going to go on the survey. He doesn't have any of that detailed on his survey. He just has the thing along the road and the color of the type of gravel they wants to use, which is great, but where else? So I have motion to deny.
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. We have to continue to deny it. And he was here this morning at the village, right? He could have come tonight. We could have been done with it. All right. 6A, new business, 820 Northeast 111th Street, roof, Reyes Investment. Is this all flat roof? It looks like it's flat.
Yeah.
Why is there color though?
But probably white. You know, white. Or
3,400 of low slope roof. Low slope. It's white, I guess. I don't know why there would be a red or green low
I
slope.
mean, this
material.
whole house is nothing but flat.
Okay.
I will tell you, just automatically, cat makes you upload a picture or color or like the right house, right inside like show like, you know, I don't know. Color cards, so, like,
Okay.
for open.
Motion to approve.
There you go.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Next will be 6B, 820 Northeast 11th Street, Trellis, Reyes Development. Okay. Now they want to do a trellis property. 820 Northeast 111.
So page 34 of the, yeah,
Oh, yeah, it just goes outside that. Motion to approve.
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries. Okay, next will be 6C, 824 Northeast 11th Street, windows and doors. For all those new houses, right?
So the plan is on,
They're all like,
page 12, but I don't know where this, or where the schedules are, but one of two important pages is page 12.
yeah, page 12 shows the front elevation,
14 scheduled.
the north elevation. They're all,
I'll read off the numbers, so,
they look like they're all fixed windows.
A, B, A2, B2, K, and L.
Okay, so we have, on the front facade, we have A, B,
A, and then an
A,
A2,
and L.
so the schedule doesn't.
A2, a B2, a K, and an L.
They look like they're all fixed.
A is fixed.
Yeah, so B, K, L.
These,
No,
Yeah, B is like two fixed.
okay.
B1's too fixed.
Well, there is no B1, there's B2.
Two is four, three to four.
Okay, and then there's A and L.
L is.
Is a single hung.
Or no,
Okay, and then there's K.
A is a single one.
Okay, so that's everything on the front.
But in terms of like appearance of so many. This and that, and this. And
Well,
that,
the L is like raised, I think it's in a bathroom.
I'm not saying.
Yeah.
So many great vertical horizontal, four.
Yep.
But,
Motion to approve.
David, Ed, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion to approve the rest of the agenda.
Next is 6D, 950 Northeast 121st Street, roof. Let's flip through
Worth a
this.
shot. I've been driving up since like 5 in the morning.
I mean, we have quorum, so if you want to step out, you're welcome.
Oh,
You
I
can-
made it this far. I'm gonna finish this.
Thank you for being here. 6D is some kind of pitched roof.
yeah, I don't know. The shingle,
And what do I see shingle?
yeah, the re-roof shingle.
Well, they have no photos and they have no architecture language.
About
Jump out of here.
Motion,
all the remaining items. And a shingle roof.
They would have picked the right day to sneak one by the goalie. Motion to deny.
Yeah, Heritage Dimensional.
Have a letter from an engineer. The engineer needs to
Second.
come here to present. We need to have photos.
There's not a letter here, right? No.
No, also, do we know, here, let me look up too, cause see if these guys currently have a shingle.
Huh? It says, the permit doesn't say, but the product approval shows shingles and it shows dimensional. Oh, it does say, it says re-roof shingle. So I had a David, Ed, motion to deny.
Weird
All in
thing
favor,
is-
aye. Aye.
Aye.
So they have a whole list of things they have to do for,
121st. Looks.
well, you can have shingles, but you have to.
I think they wrote the wrong thing, because this is.
Yeah, but it's much more now. You have to actually come and
It looks shingly, but like that dimension
There's a
out.
whole list of things that we added to that.
Stuff is shingle. Yeah, currently it's square clay, currently it's square clay tile.
Oh, and it can't happen at all, period. You have to re-roof with either
Unless,
tile or metal.
yeah.
So they
unless-
can't even go to shingle.
Yeah, unless this Google Maps photo is wrong.
There's tile on it.
Here, I'll show you. But. This.
That's where when you stand a light, it looks blue.
Eh.
Wall that they do.
Okay, so there's no engineer letter, nothing.
Not like a color name.
They can do metal, tile, retile or metal, but the metal has to match all the metal roof requirements. All right, 6G, 11001 Northeast 8th Court, paint. Color.
There's one.
Okay, so it's kind of a white with a gray trim and a
Brown door.
and brown.
Is it white or?
Motion to approve.
It's hard to tell from this.
Go to the picture of the house. It does look like a blue house.
Does look great. Should I have a motion?
Yeah, motion to approve.
David,
Second.
Scarlett, on favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Carried.
I really like the purple house that's across from. CU.
Kind of like.
Have you ever gone on the canal behind it? It has a super gangster giant half circle of glass that then seems to have like a little like built-in fountain thing that that wraps it, that goes out into the backyard. One of the cooler
He's an architect.
architectural, yeah, it's definitely of all the houses on Griffin that I've taken your little boat back and forth.
Okay. All right. 6H, 11801 Northeast 6th Avenue, another paint color approval.
White, orange silk, flat white, incognito. Motion to approve.
Ooh, hold on. What is that yellow? That corn silk?
Orange stock.
Where is that going? That's a very yellow house.
It is a yellow house.
Oh, and it's currently yellow.
Repaint of it.
Okay.
Motion to.
Is that a motion?
Second.
David Scarlett, all in favor, say aye. Aye.
Also, corn stalks generally. You have a serious pest problem.
All right, 6J, 11930 Northeast Avenue, driveway. Lot coverage, 36% total lot coverage. Oh, this is the same guy, isn't it? No. Oh, I looked at 6I, I'm sorry. So Scarlett, how much property do you have between your back property line and the water line?
Looks like it's like 10
8-ish.
This guy looks like it's a huge lot back there.
It's, the canal goes in zigzags and so they don't all do it. A survey guy told me though, that they're like, yeah, if you're on the water, you can pay the survey people and say, hey, draw me out to the center of the canal.
Interesting.
That's what I had. 'em
Pay-
do.
Then you have to pay taxes on that.
Oh, because, like, it doesn't change with the Miami-Dade, what, like, your property survey has absolutely nothing to do with what's on Miami-Dade property.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you,
Unless you- like, tested your property and not.
yeah,
By the way, I went to that thing this past week, last week, with the new dam that they're gonna put.
oh, really? That damn dam?
A damn dam, but they're putting it at the existing location. I know you had
Oh.
talked about it gonna be up there at the boys, Kiwanis Club or something like that. No, it's gonna go right where it's at now.
So no water, no new saltwater boats,
No, just up to there.
darn it.
Oh.
It used to be that this canal was where all of the cigarette boat factories were further up the coast.
Oh.
Yeah, in the sixties, this would just be nothing but high-powered cigarette boats coming and going. That was before they even figured out the whole cocaine thing.
Did you been here?
What did they design cigarette boats?
They said they built that dam.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, there was another use for them?
Interesting. So talk to Alamos. Because they were telling everybody in that meeting that that building, that dike was built in the fifties. If the people had their cigarette, they were able to navigate it up until recently. Interesting.
Yeah, that used to be back in the sixties and stuff. That was the busiest town out here.
But at that meeting, they were saying that that dike that's there has been there since the fifties.
Oh, I don't.
And you're saying the sixties now.
Oh, I know that, yeah,
Not right.
yeah, and you can ask Laura Graves, 'cause she's an authority on the history of that thing too, apparently, but.
They tried to stop it. Okay, interesting. So it's not as old as they're making it out to be. Okay, so 6J 11930 Northeast Sixth Avenue. Okay, so the driveway, the calculations
I
are
think that it's
36 and
because she's
39.
Using her name, yeah, that's why she has it highlighted.
Okay,
What's that?
nothing. There was a solution that Mayor got in the patent. You want to-
Because of the name change.
Oh, that's nice to see.
So, the cows look good. I mean, I'm just gonna assume that the drawing is not really to scale. 40% of front yard.
But they have a lot of front yard
If
there.
you take it, yeah, all the way to parking setback, that's probably fine.
Yeah, but it's 10 feet, 20 feet across, 16 of circular. With a,
5 foot setback.
I mean, they have how big is that setback to the front of the house?
Looks like it's
Awesome.
going all the way to the back. Second.
David, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All right, next, 6K 11935 Northeast 11th Place, shed.
Side setback on the shed.
It's 10 feet to the side, 3 feet to the back.
They're trying to put it on the side of the house, so it's side setback.
Yeah, so that's. Let me just double check myself. It's been a long time since we've had a shed. Sheds are. They shall conform to the side setbacks lines. And be no nearer than 3 feet to the rear property.
No, it's interesting.
The side, 3 foot to the rear.
Yeah, they could put it on the other side.
Yeah.
You see how they have that 10-foot step in
Yeah, but they could put it on the side where it's.
where they have that step?
They have the room, 26 feet. So Motion to
So
deny.
the motion to deny based off of location being inside of the minimum 10-foot side setback.
Thank you, David. David Ed, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Huh? They're asking for a 7-foot side setback and the requirement is 10. All right, so we have 7B, which is a new single family. It's the one that came in before. But there's nothing in our backup packet here. So we're a no-show. Okay, so the gentleman with the carport and the pool, he has to apply for, give him his information. And then the other guy, he's moving to First, he's gonna go to Old Business. The High Tide Properties, right? All right. We've completed our agenda. Our
Or
next,
did you rather that they move to new business? That.
motion to.
Second.
What's that?
You said motion to adjourn.
Well, our next meeting is gonna be, Monday, September 8th, I believe. Is everybody good with that?
Yes.
Monday 8th, okay. I have a motion to adjourn. Ed and then David, all in favor, say aye. Oh, cool, thank you. We're adjourned at 8:20.